Good evening, everybody. How's it going? It's me. I'm here. Ribsy's also in the chat. How's it going, man? Nov Mum is here. Mr. Drunk, Vuyo, Liwai, my son is over here. You gonna say hello to everybody?
Hi.
There you go. JP is here for some reason cheering on the All Blacks, which is bizarre. We are about to have the anthems. The little fella is here at least to see the Haka performed. Anyway, they're going to do the national anthems first, so we've still got a minute to go. Simon, man, how's it going? Mighty. Lewis, mate, how's it going? How you doing? The second game of rugby I've seen today. I didn't get to see any of the Bunnings NPC stuff because I was out with the kids. But I did get to see his game. How did your game go today?
My game?
Yeah.
When I played?
Yeah.
Good. Scored one try.
Scored one try.
And I got about like 5 reps.
5 reps. There you go. Pretty happy. That's 2 tries in 2 weeks from the little man. How did you get your try?
Oh, but just the other team and my team just snatching over the ball. I just grabbed it and ran.
Just grabbed it and ran. Just grab it and run. Listening to his grandfather's advice. Just run it. Exactly. Just run it. Alaraman, how's it going? Salih, man, good morning, sir. Mornay, hi from South Africa. Dark matter, there is a wee bit of a time difference indeed. Marshman is also in South Africa. How's it going? Randy's not a fan of 50-22. We will see how that goes. Mr. Keogh says class. There you go. We do have the beers, Randy. We got the beers. The little fella has been following the advice of Gazza to run it. Absolutely. Absolutely, JP, mate. David says the game is on Sky. Thank goodness, man. They announced that very late in the piece. Simon says good evening to 2 Cents and to Junior. That's you. Okay, there you go. Tackle, says Elleron. They don't quite do tackle yet. They do rips, but there you go. They've never scored a try in 5 years. Yeah, he didn't get any his first few games, but he's got 2 in 2 weeks, so he's not doing too bad. Alex is here, man. How's it going? Pajamas. Herman in the UAE. Good man. 1 Cent's game was on Sky. No, I don't think so. Don't think so. Gaza is at home, unfortunately. He usually comes over on a Friday. He was around here last night. Jamie says morning from Sweden. I'm for a close one. I also hope it's not an absolute blowout. The bookies have got it by like 20 odd. Why not wear Aussies? Because it's not chilly, but it's still a winter's night, and I don't have an Australian jacket. I have an All Blacks jacket. I have a Springboks jacket. I don't have an Aussies jacket, so there you go. Although Dave Rennie's jacket, the Cadbury one, very nice. Very nice. Vuyo says, good morning, Junior.
Good morning.
Yeah, it's morning for him, even though it's evening for us. Blaine says, good morning. How's it going, fellas? Bellyman says, morning from Edinburgh. You guys must be pumped. I've still got to sleep. You guys are the lucky ones for the Lions test. I still have 1 sleep to go before that game kicks off. Get that Aussie jersey on. Not yet. Did this ticket sell fast? I don't think so. I think it was kind of average. Let's go Wallabies. Patrick says, cheers, mate. How are you? Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Busy day. Very busy day. Right. Haka time. Do you think they're going to do Kamate?
I think so.
You think so?
Is that the main one?
That's the main one, yeah. From the USA, 3 a.m. Goodness me, mate. That is nasty. Wear the Springboks jacket, mate. It'll look good. I will wear that for the stream later on. Rico on the wing. Bridge on the outer. Maybe. Maybe. Ian Foster was talking up his pace being back, so we will see.
Is that Kamate?
Yep. It is. It is Kamate. What if Australia wins combo? It would be historic. Absolutely historic. They look pretty pumped, fellas and ladies. So to say D-Mac at fullback, says David. Yeah, he needs to have a good game because we have 2 other very good fullbacks in the country. All right, buddy, that's it for you. Thank you for telling them about your try. Do you want to say goodbye to everybody?
Goodbye.
You can wave to the camera. It's just there.
Bye.
Good man. Have a good sleep.
You too.
A jacket so black you can hardly see me. That's the one.
Okay.
No.
Good night. See you in the morning.
See you. Should Patreon polls to choose which jerseys are worn? Actually, that's a fair call. During the pandemic's days of no rugby, I was doing Patreon polls to see what old games we would watch because there was nothing else on. So polite. Yeah, he's well trained. Pretty well trained. He's pretty good for the most part. He's pretty good. I am at 7:05 in the evening here in New Zealand. The kickoff has not yet happened, but I will let you know when the game kicks off. I hope they don't lose the Eden Park record over these 2 weeks. Well, the Aussies don't usually get 2 cracks at it, but they are going to get 2 cracks at it this series with the Wellington game being moved to Auckland. Right, we've got kickoff. I'll give you a shout when I'm at 10 seconds, and that's right now. As per usual, folks, if you are ahead of the stream, which is usually pretty likely, please just to be mindful of dropping spoilers into the chat for those of us who are behind. Jacket blends in with the curtains. I suppose it does, eh? Suppose it does. No one's been talking about this game in Ireland. Yeah, it's all British and Irish lines, which kind of makes sense. Tell us when you get to a minute. Oh, well, I'm at 45 seconds now. Too many spoilers and I'll ban you. Nobody likes spoilers. Right, we've got 1 minute right about now, so there's your marker. Ellen is here. Good stuff, man. Ella just woke up. You were up an hour ago. You must have gone back to sleep. Kia ora, Caleb, mate. Bledisloe Cup is on. Happy days. We're about to see Tom Banks with his unique kicking style put the ball into touch in the All Blacks 22. It wasn't his best touch finder, to be honest. Craig is here as well. Good to see you along, mate. In lockdown, eh? Aussie is having a few lockdowns at the moment. Oh, the Aussies lost the line out. Where's someone in America watching this? I think it's on Flow Rugby. Unfortunately, it's not on ESPN Plus anymore. Morning, Flesh and Man. How are you doing, sir? Morning, mate. 9 a.m. in South Africa turned into my favourite team, New Zealand. Good man, Nigel. They won the line-out, but then lost the ball just like immediately after the line-out. Trying to watch this match while putting out the last of the washing. Multitasking is apparently a thing that humans struggle at. That being said, I'm trying to watch a game, talk to you guys, and write notes at the same time, so I guess that's a kind of multitasking, I don't know. Our little country has 20 medals. Not bad. New Zealand always does pretty well, per capita, I think, for the Olympics. Lisa Carrington is an absolute beast kayaker, man. She's got guns that would put most of the world to shame. Banks with the counter-attack, and he gets tackled. Flow Rugby is $30 US. Yeah, Flow Rugby is expensive. ESPN Plus used to be quite affordable. It was like $6. Yeah, Retallick's just conceded a penalty, so that's like 2 from the All Blacks. Mark Morris says that was a silly infringement. There's a few of you Morrises here, actually. It's a rather Morris stream. Only McCall couldn't have got away with that. Yeah, McCall wore a jacket which had more camouflage. Well, a jersey that had more camouflage than my current one. Rebsy just wants to call the draw. I don't think that's going to happen. If they just mucked up another line out, are you kidding me? Come on, McDermott, what are you doing? You can't be doing unforced errors against the All Blacks, man. They've just conceded penalties, giving you guys field position, and then knocks it on. A tough ball to take, to be fair. Dime, mate, the clock is at 4:50. There you go, 4:50. Is Banks really the best fullback in Australia? Who else do they have playing fullback? He plays for the Brumbies. The Waratahs tend to go with Maddox and one of the other guys. Mr. Welshman, looking forward to the final Lions test? Absolutely. Am I looking forward to crawling out of bed at 3:45 in the morning? No. But if there's a reason to get out of bed at 3:45 in the morning, it's for a deciding Lions test. Absolutely. And Havili has a terrible haircut. Absolutely. If it's just Maddox is all good. Maddox is good, but his tackling is virtually non-existent. He's the king of like stick an arm out as they run into it and then kind of look bemused as they run past you. It's the only thing I don't like about Jack Maddox. Wallabies are looking horribly bad. Neither side has hit their straps yet. They're both looking a wee bit rusty. Wallabies streaming the Lions? Yes. Lions tests don't come along very often, man. Got to stream that. Absolutely. Chris Latham. Yeah, you guys could use another Chris Latham. Man, Banks' touch finders are pretty average at the moment. Looks pretty windy though, to be fair. Two penalties, 2 scrums. Yeah, it's not been pretty. Oh, and they're not straight. Good God. Man, this is painful, folks. The mullet obsession, I don't know. Mo'unga was on like the all access thing in on Sky, like where they did like a day in the life of, or a week in the life of Richie Mo'unga, and they followed him around and, you know, his training sessions and rehab and then time off and all that stuff. And he went to the barber and deliberately got his hair cut that way, saying it's like, oh, it's the in thing right now. God. Cora is at Eden Park. Cora, how's it going, man? It's not been pretty so far. Hope the drinks aren't costing too much. I'm at 7:55 for Sean, asking for the time check. Someone asked about my voice. My voice is pretty much back. It's not quite 100%, but it's almost there. Xavier Reese has been put into touch, I think, and the Aussies will have another line out. Mullets are popular in Australia, Russia, and the USA. That's about it. And apparently New Zealand. They have come back into fashion. Can we stop talking about mullets? Yeah, there's not a lot going on in the game at the moment, I guess, hence all the mullet talk. Oh, they've just lost another line out. They're like none from 4 in terms of completions. Unless you've got a mullet, Dime, is that why you don't like talking about the mullets? It is a Kiwi ref. It's an all Kiwi refereeing team. I think Kiwi ref, Kiwi linesman, Kiwi TMO. Theft Mate the Garden is actually going not too bad. We're almost at 10 minutes. This game's a bit of a stinker thus far, but there we go. Rust shaking off. Yeah, the garden's going good. I've managed to kill off the majority of the grass, I think. Now I need to just get the soil ready to plant some stuff next month when spring comes along. Could there be any more errors, Alaran? Ask and you may receive. We may get more. Get the forwards out of the back line. Yeah. Give these guys the magic spray on their hands because they need to catch some ball. Paul Williams has been shocking the last few games, says Caleb. Yeah, Paul Williams I don't think is anybody's favourite ref. Stop and start, stop and start, stop and start, Marco. Absolutely. It's been pretty painful. Wallabies get a scrum penalty. Do you dare kick for touch? Banks' touch kicking has been shocking. And their line-out's been even worse. Goodness me. Anybody have pineapple pizza? My kids had one for lunch. There you go. Keep forgetting Test rugby crowds are a lot more stoic than Super rugby crowds, says Cora. What she means is the crowd's quiet and boring. I feel you, Cora. I know that feeling. I remember going to the All Blacks France game at the 2011 World Cup, the pool game, and just seeing French fans bouncing off the walls and being like, man, that's how fans are supposed to behave, huh? I'm not that loud, but I'm a fan either, so there you go. I can't really talk. Nigel Owens loves pineapple pizza. There you go. Me and the great one. Quinton 0-0. What does that mean? Why Quinton? Oh, did someone ask for the score? Yeah, the score's 0-0. I tend to put it there. I sometimes forget to update it, but that's the score. 0-0. All Blacks fans are quiet buggers. Yeah, we don't sing. We don't really chant a lot. Yeah. Scrappy game, to say the least. Yeah, you're not kidding. At the pub last week for the Lions game, expecting to turn up, wasn't much anyone there. The manager kept telling me to be quiet. We'll be watching at home tonight. Aww. If you go to a bar, you got to get into it. When I lived in Wuhan, there was a Belgian-run bar, sports bar. The owner was a Belgian dude. He didn't mind if people got a bit boisterous. He always put the sports on. Right, the All Blacks are mauling it at 12:45 on the clock. Will we finally see some points? The All Blacks are in the 22. Paisami has just forced a knock-on from Mo'unga, and the errors continue. Nice defense, Hunter, absolutely. Fiver says there'll be handbags. Oh yeah, bit of pushing and shoving. Elliot's going to change his YouTube name to Yako Johan. I would be surprised if multiple people haven't gone there already. A Welsh pub, Simon. Maybe they didn't like you because you're a Springbok supporter. Pitaya, mate, is on the wing, I believe. I don't think we've seen much of him as yet. Don't think the wings have really hit any ball. Ekitao with the clearance kick. Mackenzie manages to keep it in. Rico. Ooh, that pass was flat at best. The manager was a Bok fan too. Then I don't know what kind of bar he's running there, mate. Welsh pub run by a South African. Lions test. Springboks against the Lions. And he's telling you to keep it down. Goodness me. Not on. Both teams are playing crap, says Michael, and he's not mincing any words. You're probably about right. The action on the field's been about as good as Havili's haircut. Christo's in a quarantine hotel. No beer, no stream. Needs some good comments. I wish I could give you better news, but if nothing else, you're not missing a lot so far. We're at 15 minutes and 15 seconds, and there's been a lot of knocking on. Where's the cohesion? Yeah, man, I don't know. Not in this game. Southern Hemisphere rugby at its best. What's funny is I saw a few comments in the preview video. People saying, "Oh, I can't wait to watch this game because I'm so sick of the Lions tour being ugly rugby," and then they're tuning in for this. Not the best sales job on the game so far. Theft says to watch up. I just saw the Wallabies concede a penalty at scrum time. James Slipper is not a happy chappy. It's not wet there, is it, Jamie? It has been raining off and on all day. So I would imagine the pitch is at least a bit wet. But I believe Eden Park's got really good drainage, so it shouldn't be an issue. I wouldn't want to say. I said, what did I say? What did I say? First 12 minutes, I know. Well, first 17 minutes. Moanga's going to take a long shot at goal. Really thought I was a Box fan. Next minute, All Blacks kit. I have a lot of kits, to be fair. Rugby has its sides, physical and oh, for sure. I'm definitely not one of the ones moaning about the Lions tour. I'm loving it, the intensity. But some people are not. And that's just one of those things. 3-0. Moong has nailed a pretty long penalty. Given the wind, that's a pretty good kick, man. No. Must be windy if they've got a bloke holding the ball. Yeah, the wind today has been pretty unreal. The rain's been inconsistent, but the wind has been, yeah, it's been gusting for sure. Oh, Banks. Oh, Banks. His lid also probably needs a bit of work. Oh, it's hit him in the face as well. That's embarrassing. Goodness me. Of course, is your face. I know. Falcon. 26 million people, and this is the best fullback you've got. He'll come right. Sometimes he's dynamite, eh? On the counter. Sometimes he is really, really good. But, yeah, he's not looked that sharp in this game, to be honest. Why are the Wallabies in orange? They've changed their uniform's colour. Their kit's colour. Fans look cold. Sunny Manitoba, first day under 30 degrees in ages. It's like, I don't know, 12 degrees, probably. Eden Park's windy as, though. Eden Park is really quite windy. If you're ever going to visit Eden Park for a night game, you probably need to wear one more layer than you think you do if you don't like the cold, because it gets pretty brisk. My dad pretty much won't even go there anymore. He's like 72? 72? Is he 72? 71. Yeah, he's 71 and gets sick, so I don't blame him. JP supports the ABs. JP does not support the All Blacks. He's just expecting his team to get beaten. So he's decided that for this game he's going to support the All Blacks. Maybe in the hope that he'll jinx us. One game I charged a kick down with my face. Got full on, no blood though, which was weird. I got hit in the face by a volleyball once. Like, someone spiked a volleyball straight into my face. And I was wearing my glasses, so the glasses kind of got pushed into my face, and it was the glasses frame that went into this upper part of, like, just under my eyebrow. And that area of your face bleeds like buggery. I was covered in blood, even though it was like a cut like that big. I think those WWE wrestlers guys, if they want to make a good show, they just give themselves a little nick there and you get a face covered in blood. Anyway, Mo'unga's kicked that penalty. So that's now 6-0. I will update that score. No, you need to change it before you took that button. 6-0 to the All Blacks. Maybe it's one of those games where you just keep the scoreboard ticking over. Drunk says, do you ever get emailed about your garden? Not yet. To be honest, there's been not much going on with my garden because it's winter, so not much is growing. I'm just trying to get rid of all the grass, pull out the weeds, prune some of the trees. There's only a couple of trees, but prune them back. One of them grows all over one of the neighbor's house or shed, so I'm trying to be a good neighbor and maintain my garden. But yeah, it's been all right. Gets me out of the house. Gardening. There's worse things I could be doing with my time than gardening, that's for sure. Shall we see if Ian Foster's still awake? Ian Foster was firing shots about the Lions series being boring. Absolutely. Love Mum's got her mortgage under 100k. Holy smokes. I envy you. My mortgage is a lot bigger than that. A lot bigger. You should go to some of these games and live stream at the game. You know, I did a very brief live stream the last time I went to the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman final, and Eden Park's Wi-Fi was rubbish. The stream just kept cutting off. I ended the stream after like 4 minutes or something because it was rubbish. So bad. I suppose I could use my data. But you can't show the ground. If you show the ground, you'll get banned because Sky own the rights to the images of the ground. God, I wish they wouldn't focus the camera in on Havila like that. JP, did you see your mortgage is all paid off? Goodness me. The envy is real for that one. Goodness me. I'm drunk. Describe your garden one more time. It's basically, the main part is a big rectangle out that way. Sun comes up on this side and then comes round the corner. It was mostly a horrible grass called like kikuyu grass. I covered most of it in mulch and pulled it out as much as I could. And now I'm composting the hell out of it to try and get the soil ready to plant some stuff in. I've kept 1/4 of it kind of just bark mulch like a playground so the kids can play. It's tiny. It's a very small garden. Yes. Imagine like the drive-through section of a McDonald's, like a little bit wider and maybe a bit shorter. So yeah, basically like a lane. There you go. That's my garden. David's in Argentina. Good man. The Wallabies lining up a shot at goal as I'm talking about my garden. It's 25:05. It was definitely a game for opting for threes, but the Wallabies have missed that one. John says, evening mate. Karen sends a beer. Send my thanks to Karen. She's a lovely lady. Apparently my allowance is used up. Yeah, don't go getting yourself into any trouble. But I will certainly take beer money from Karen. Cheers, John, mate. And Karen. Hope you're watching the game. Although it's not been the prettiest one so far, it's still 6-0. Simon's got a full scholarship for your Masters at King's College London. So does that mean you're leaving China or are you doing it online? Ribsy says that was not a good kick. It was not. Aussies cheering for the Aussies missed goal. That was bizarre because I saw the kick and then I saw the fans and my brain was wondering what was going on because Wallabies fans were cheering pretty hard. Maybe because they were just cheering they were on camera. A lot of fans just cheer because they're on camera. Oh, Havili, that was a pretty slick pass. Oh man, Hooper, what a turnover. Hooper is athletic as you'll get. The pH level of my soil, I don't know, but it's very clayey. If you walk on it after it's been raining heavily, you can definitely feel there's moisture trapped. I've dug once after heavy rain, and I had to dig about a foot down, and then there was water. That's why I'm trying to compost the heck out of it to try and amend the soil to make it less retaining of soil. I want it to drain a bit better. Talking about the garden as the internet equivalent of a Mexican wave. I guess so, eh? I guess so. George Bridges, the water boy, FYI. Interesting because I know a lot of channels rather elaborately stream their visits to the English Premiership matches. Is that right? I just know there's a guy, his channel's called New Zealand Sport Radio. He used to be called Driving Mall. He's got a small YouTube channel. And he did some video after like a Mitre 10 Cup match, and he had a media pass. He got a media pass. And he did a video after the game interviewing a player. And in the background of his video was the pitch. And Sky, New Zealand, gave him SHIT about it. They contacted him and said, you don't have the rights to that. That's not your area. Like, they are really a-holes about that kind of thing. They are so particular about it. Maybe the Premiership just want the promotion. Anyway. Right, Mo'unga is lining up another shot at goal. He is kicking very well. Nine 0 is looking pretty handy. Sky New Zealand sound intense. They are. Like, I mean, Driving Maul, as it was at the time, probably had 2,000 subscribers, and Mitre 10 Cup videos were getting in the hundreds of views. Like, Mitre 10 Cup videos don't get a lot of views, and yet Sky was like, Like, they're just pricks, man. Seemingly. Australia needs something, Steve. Yeah, they're now 2 scores down. And they're not looking like scoring at the moment. The cohesion is not quite there. You should get a media pass. I think the media passes for the Mitre 10, the Bunnings NPC, are pretty easy to get because, like I said, the competition is it's not that well covered. I did apply for one for Super Rugby. The season just gone. And the guy from New Zealand Rugby was cool, but the guy from the Blues was not cool. So I didn't end up getting it. John was looking for some decent rugby before the Lions. Yeah, I was talking about that a little earlier, and high tackle from Metallica on McDermott. That's a hard one, man. Halfback going in on a lock, but there you go. Yeah, it's not been flourishing at the moment. Who's the guy from the Blues? I mean, he wasn't real bad, but he was just like, if the New Zealand rugby, because it was a weird one. The New Zealand rugby guy was like, "Cool, I'll get you a pass," but then he had a bereavement, and he's like, "Oh, I'll forward you on to the Blues guy. He'll get you the pass." And then I went to the Blues guy, and he was like, "Oh, unless the New Zealand rugby guy can get you a pass, you'll have to provide me with some, like, bona fides to show that you're, like, deserving of a pass." And I was like, "Bro, man, my YouTube channel is bigger than your Blues YouTube channel. Give me a break." But I didn't say that in the email, obviously. But, yeah, he wasn't impressed by YouTube, I guess. You need to be mainstream media. Anyway. Yes, the Wallabies have just kicked a penalty after that high tackle from Retallick on Haka, so it is 9 points to 3. It's unfair to call haircut at this point because there's a lot of bad haircuts out there. One from Slovakia. How do I see the Lions going later, mate? Kevin, I would probably have to back the Springboks at home, but they are without 2 key players in Faf and Peter Steff, so could go either way. Blues guy sounds like a right tosser. Oh, man. I get it, man. Some people are just like... My brother's a bit like that, because my brother used to be a journalist. And he's a bit... I don't know. How do you put it? He's a bit of a tosser sometimes as well. He's a great guy, but I remember when I said to him once that I was going to cover... like the Six Nations, and he laughed like a cover, like a journalist. And I was like, what other word am I supposed to use, man? Make videos about? That's too long. Anyway, journalists get a bit protective over their patch. Beautiful couch. I know, JP. This couch has been around for a while. The JP Allard April Tui couch. Journalists lose their integrity as they start working. He's not a journalist anymore, so there you go. Do a great job, we'll enjoy it. Yeah, man, it is what it is, eh? The media is not what it was 20 years ago, so yeah, you can't be so close-minded about these things. It is what it is. Drunk says, good night. There goes my uni budget for beer. Man, you need to take care of yourself, brother. I appreciate that. You going to bed? 3 a.m. You probably should be going to bed. Save that for the Lions game. So get some sleep. Ask your brother if any of the pieces he covered got him a new couch. There you go. I should say that, shouldn't I? Honestly, that was maybe like over a year ago, so he wouldn't even remember. Is anyone close to scoring a try? Not at the moment, no. Still 9-3. It's all been penalties. Craig saying to watch up. Mark Dunfair saying good morning. Good morning, man. How are you doing? You still in Seattle? Here we go. Paisami. Go Callaway. Oh, it's game on, folks. This game needed that. This game needed that. That was a set play if ever you've seen one. It's a huge line out. It goes to Paisami, who beats, was it Moonga? Yeah, it's Moonga. There you go. The game is alive, and it's the Wallabies that have brought it to life. Absolutely well worked. Game on. Game over. No. Game on. Absolutely. Mark, wash your mouth out. What have I done? Cheering a Wallabies try. This game needed that, man. There you go. Yeah, I don't think the All Blacks saw that coming at all, Simon. Now, can Lolesio put them in front? He'll need a better kick than his last effort. The flags in the background are blowing pretty strong. It's left to right as we look at it on screen. He's pushed it right. Like I said, look at the flags, man. He aimed straight and the wind pushed it wide, so it's still All Blacks in front, but only by a point. Beer's tasting a bit better for Steve, I can imagine. We are at 37:45 on the clock. The score is 9 points to 8 in favour of the All Blacks. Seen a lot of All Blacks fans complain about their coach and players. Don't know why. I think the main reason being, especially for the coach, is because Scott Robertson has had nothing but success with the Crusaders. And he applied for the All Blacks job, and it went to the assistant, Ian Foster, who's just come off a losing World Cup campaign. So, everyone wants to go with a winner. Ribsy reckons it was all a plan. If we keep doing bad lineouts, eventually we'll sucker the All Blacks into a false sense of security. Maybe that was it. The Aussie reserves are in yellow jackets, but the jerseys are back to gold. Yeah, but the coach's jacket, man, like the equivalent, I guess, of this jacket for the Wallabies is nice. We've only got half a minute left in this first half. The maul is coming from the All Blacks. It's going forward. Oh, he's just short. Randy says to watch up. The All Blacks have got advantage. Surely they'll score here. Surely. Xavier is close. And then Reese is over. A few phases, more going close. It was coming. It's a pity for the Aussies, but that's an ugly try. But there you go. Try's a try. Take that all day long. If he gets the conversion, it'll be a pretty comfortable looking 16 points to 8, and it is. That is half time, folks. Beer trivia time. I do have a beer bottle cap with a question on it. Let's grab that in just a sec. Thefts. Right, let's have a look. Give Gazza a ring and put him on speaker. I have done that once before, haven't I? Name the sport that uses color codes on its balls to indicate their bounciness. I've never heard of this before. Name the sport that uses color codes on its balls to indicate their bounciness. Salizov's for a Turkish coffee. That sounds pretty good right now. I haven't had one of those in a while. Charlotte, Theft, and Alaran all said squash, although Theft said squash. But yeah, squash. Goodness me, I never knew that. Didn't know. Well, what's the bounciest ball? Squash. Squash is a hard game. I've only played it a couple of times, but it's very difficult. I played it with a guy. I played it in China with an Aussie guy who smoked like literally a packet or more of cigarettes a day and like drunk himself under the table every night before he went to sleep. Like, I'm not kidding. I lived with the guy for about 6 months, and he still kicked my ass at squash. My husband is really good at it. Don't know anything else about the balls. Not fair enough. Played squash for 15 years. My father was New Zealand's squash coach for 25 years. What? No way. Stats at halftime don't look to be updated as yet. Mark Dunphy said the stream was a wee bit behind. Yeah, I think I'm probably behind, which makes sense. I'm just going to grab the halftime stats. It's run meters 134 to 112, which is not a huge amount. Possessions 57-43, territories 55-45 to the All Blacks. Let's have a look at knock-ons, because that's where there's been a bit of pain. Knock-ons is only listed as 2 to 3, but overall turnovers conceded as 7 to 3. So the All Blacks have been guilty of coughing up a bit of ball. The lineouts are 3 from 3 for the All Blacks and 7 from 10 for the Wallabies. So there you go. Steve Smith, goodness gracious me. 50 Aussie dollary dues. Good man, I'll finish this beer and cheers to that. Thank you kindly, sir. I would have thought you may be saving that in case the Wallabies are in front. But they're still in the game. They're still in the game. But, yeah, they still need to score. Goodness gracious me. Thank you, Steve. And Alan, mate, I will grab a beer. This is not to be used on Hawaiian pizza. No promises. I'll buy compost, as Ribsy said, I'll buy literal bags of crap. Anyway, be back in a tick. Oh, holy crap, there's a huge cockroach. Oh my god. Oh, there's a disgustingly massive cockroach on my wall. There's a huge cockroach. Hold on, I need to deal with this. Oh god. That thing's disgusting. Oh, cockroach. Goodness gracious me. Oh, it dropped to the floor. Where'd it go? It's crawling behind the bookshelf. Come back here. Come back here. You don't go under the couch. No. Oh. 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 Right. There's a big cockroach. Oh, I've just trapped it under a plastic container. It's not going anywhere. Oh, bloody hell. Yeah. Disconcerting. Ellen, mate. I'll buy cockroach spray. Thank you kindly, sir. Oh, that cockroach. Oh, goodness me. I saw something black on the wall. I tried to trap it on the wall, but then it fell out as I tried to put the lid on. Goodness me. Who knows, this was a comedy channel? I know. Oh, bottle cap question. Sorry, Theft, mate. Distracted by the freaking cockroach. That's the squash question. What do we got? Who won? Okay, this is obscure. That's made my day and it's 9 a.m. There you go. That cockroach was 100 times more entertaining than the first half. Grant says, can't wait. See the Tupperware container crawling up the wall. Oh, goodness me. Who won Southland's first ever... Southlands is the Otago region of... No, it's further south than there. South of Otago. Southland's first ever Olympic gold medal. Goodness me. Oh, see you, Mr. Sleazy, mate. Actually, I might just go check on that cockroach. I'll be back in a sec. Hold on. It's big. Can I get it? No. Might just have to leave him under there. Need a piece of paper. Paper. No. Bloody hell, I mean, look at the size of that thing. Yuck. That's my special guest. Nasty. Don't talk to the cockroach, they never listen. Oh, April 2, I had a cockroach invasion. Just one cockroach. Yep. That's big. It's big for me, man. Is that not a big cockroach? Is that a small cockroach? That's a big cockroach, right? Can't even see it. Like bottle cap in comparison. It's a large-ish cockroach. I don't know, man. Nasty. Pretty normal around here. New Zealand's not big on bugs, man. Bugs, spiders, like we don't roll that way. That's small. They're so big in Queensland. You put saddles on them. Okay. Yeah, New Zealand we don't roll that way, man. No poisonous animals. You don't get cockroaches in Christchurch. I don't get cockroaches much here. But there you go. I might just move that bookshelf back. Hold on a second. You eat them in Thailand. No. That was a mother cockroach. It's big. I thought so as well, pal, man. That's bigger than most of the ones that come hang out at my place. Goodness gracious me. Oh, that's not the way you push it. Push it from the bottom. Gonna break this thing in front of the 100 people watching. No. Okay. Had a weta caught in your hair when you were caving. Wetters. A native New Zealand creepy crawler. Those things get massive. Those things get absolutely massive. Give Marky some thumbs up. Yes, folks, please. Give me and the cockroach a like if you would. Be so kind. Too cold for the cockroaches down in Christchurch. Yeah, there you go. That's one benefit of living down there. Missed out on the first half. The Wallabies actually seemed to be able to provide a test based on the halftime score. Mate, if they hadn't conceded that last try, it would have been a one-pointer, but there you go. British Lions prediction. Hanley, mate, I would have thought the Springboks at home are favourites, but as I mentioned to somebody else earlier, Faf being out especially, I think is a huge miss. But we'll see. That cockroach spent too much time on the weights, not enough time on the speed work. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big cockroach, but not quick enough to get away, fortunately. Oh, the trivia answer. Goodness me, we totally forgot about the trivia. And JP, yeah, you got it. Did anyone else get it before you? Nathan Cohen. Who the heck's Nathan Cohen? What sport was that for? Spiders are worse, Steve. We don't get a lot of spiders over here, fortunately. But if I do find spiders, I tend not to kill them because I want them to eat the flies, or that's my logic. I woke up in bed to a weta scratching my finger after returning home from camping. One of the more painful ways you've been woken up. There you go. And it was a rower theft. Okay, fair enough. Cockroach is trying to get out of the box. Not going to get out. I once went to Pukekohe racetrack. And it it was really windy, and there were like, it must have been autumn because there were leaves blowing around, and I felt a leaf hit me in the nose, and I've got a pretty big schnoz, so that's not unheard of. And then I was like, man, that leaf must have really scratched, because I can still feel it kind of pinching my nose. And then I grabbed my nose, and there was a cicada which had just like latched onto my nose to like hold on for dear life in the strong winds. That was unpleasant. One thing I noticed about the old Wallabies is they bring in from previous generation on stand sport, like Gregan, generation, all in shape. The ones after that, fat as hell. I never thought about that. The more recently retired guys are still in good nick. Worst thing you've woken up is your neighbour's cat sleeping on your head. Yeah, that's not that pleasant either. Right. Second half. Feel pretty confident with Reinach as a replacement. Both Faf and Peter Steph have free license to jump and line of defence. Not sure for that role. That's the thing. I think Faf is kind of a unique guy in that regard, so we'll see. Try waking up with a black widow on your pillow. Yeah, nah, no thanks. The worst thing I get these days is a 3-year-old crawling into my bed saying she can't sleep or something. So there you go. Oh, Daniel. Cheers, man. That's a very tough question. Who's your favourite Northern Hemisphere player of all time? Cheers, man. All-time favourite Northern Hemisphere player. All-time favourite. Who would it be? Who am I quite fond of from the Northern Hemisphere? Especially from back in the day. I was always quite fond of Chris Patterson for some reason. Don't ask me why. Gavin Henson was also remarkably entertaining for a guy with a big old boot. If I'm thinking kind of, blasts from the past. But there's got to be a better answer than that. Who else did I like from the Northern Hemisphere? Wilkinson, yeah, maybe. Wilkinson was kind of, how could I forget Brian O'Driscoll? If you're looking for like one of the ultimates, yeah, you couldn't really go too far wrong with Brian O'Driscoll. I played Rugby 08 a lot, and he was very good in that game, that's for sure. Who were the English locks during Woodward's time? Was it Kay? It was always a good one. I'll have to think about that a little bit more. I can't come to a definitive answer off the top of my head. But those are the first kind of few that come to mind for some crazy reason. Lone Jaffa with the super sticker. Also, cheers, man. Appreciate that. Looks like there might have been a bit of rain that's come down at the ground as well. Just judging on where the Wallabies guys are sitting. But thank you, mate. Oh, Jason Robinson, yeah, for sure, if you want pure excitement machine. Stephen Jones, Philippe Salah, goodness me. Martin Johnson. I've definitely got somebody who I was always keen to see play, but I can't. I'm kind of racking my brain as I try to watch the game at the same time. Will I be doing United Rugby Championship predictions? I'm gonna have to see. Oh, actually, Shane Williams is a really good shout, Christo. I really liked Shane Williams. Something about that guy. He was so fun to watch. And the fact that he was a little fella, like in the scheme of things, just made him kind of X factor. Like his footwork was amazing. Yeah, he's definitely one of my favorites. Absolutely. I don't know if he's my favorite, but very much up there for sure. Will I be doing another rugby championship? I'll definitely do something on it. I'm still going to see how well I go with time and to see how many games I can watch. But I will be doing something on it, whether it's like weekly review or power rankings or something like that. I need to do something on it. How much time is left in the match, Thomas? We're at 43-24. The Wallabies have got the ball on around about halfway. Bainga Moses made a big carry. The All Blacks have slowed the ball down a bit, but can't quite pinch it. Will Greenwood, Jonathan Edwards. Yeah, there's a lot of good players. How can you pick one, eh? Chug the Chinese beer if New Zealand win. That's a Kiwi beer. I do serve that Chinese spirit. I haven't touched that Chinese spirit for ages, but I ain't drinking that. That needs to go with food. Gareth Edwards from my village. There you go. Jules, am I going to go see the next match? I'm still talking to my boss. Me and my old boss from my old job have been kind of umming and ahhing about that for ages. We were going to go see the Argentina game, but then obviously they got moved. Oh, that pass to Retallick might have been forward. They'll have to check that pass, surely. Reese has gone over for a double. They've got to check one of those passes. Surely that was a 4 passes, Lewis. That was my first reaction as well. The passing and the build-up was pretty slick for the most part, but it looked forward as. Didn't look as bad on the second viewing, but the first viewing certainly looked forward. They got to check it, surely. Gavin Hastings, yeah. Some proper legends, eh? Yeah, that's the one that I was looking at the first view, and that looked forward. Come on. Ian Smith is giving the ref stick for not calling it forward at the time. What a try it would have been. Yeah, it was proper coast to coast, that one, eh? But right decisions made there, I think. Award the try anyway, says JP. At my son's game, they would have given that a try. They absolutely would have given that a try. Uh-oh, my stream has just stopped. There we go. Oh, the cockroach is just woken up from a slumber. The rule of cool 2 got it to be a try. Ribsy, literally at my son's game, like sometimes if a kid goes and scores and the ref's trying to blow it back for something and the parents are just clapping, they're just like, just go. Ref was looking right at it, Declan. Yeah. mate. You'd like to think he was telling the TMO, check that for me. Like, maybe let it play out and then check it afterwards rather than blowing it up at the time. But if it's a clear and obvious one, yeah, you got to call it. Morgan Parra, yeah, good player as well. Absolutely. Gareth Edwards from my village. Shane Williams went to my school. One of the best mates from school now plays for Ospreys. Almond Valley produces world-class players. Auckland is a bit big for me to say I can't identify particularly with any of those guys. And my school wasn't a big rugby school, so I don't know that any All Blacks have come from my school. Randy says to watch up. We've got a scrum on the halfway line, so anything can happen. The cockroach wants out. Oh, scrum penalty to the Wallabies. Toby the Tank went to Auckland Grammar, so tons of All Blacks. Exactly, right. Heaps of All Blacks come from Auckland Grammar. Mullets in the UK are done with the irony for charity. In New Zealand, Australia, they actually think they're cool. I know definitely Richie Mo'unga legitimately thinks he has a good haircut and that they are in at the moment. Maybe he's right, but there you go. It's going to be a long penalty, man, if he gets this. I don't remember Loloseo kicking a lot of 50-metre ones, but he's got the high T, so and high T is also another thing, but you know what I mean. Looking like a twat, stylish, yeah, basically. Vio reckons he's going to miss it. I don't remember him having many from 50 metres, but we'll see. The crowd is whistling. There's a Mexican wave going. He's missed it wide. He has missed it wide. He's missed a fair few points, has old Loloseo today. Had the legs, but not the direction, eh? Yeah, I didn't know he had that kind of kick in him, to be honest, but yeah, his direction's been a wee bit off. They need to get Pataya into the game. I can't really remember Pataya doing much in this game, eh, Randy? Oh, did my dad send me a message? Must have been at half time.
I wish Cousins and Marshall, Bernardine, Oliver, Kirby, and wish they'd just shut up, eh? Talking a lot of crap. I mean, you know, we're rusty. And they've got the win in the second half, so, you know, they'll be dangerous. But, yeah, I think the All Blacks are rusty, and the Wallabies have been camped for about Christ knows how many weeks since the Test series, I think.
And is that Mo'unga?
The All Blacks in camp probably 3 or 4 more days earlier.
He's got too much wheels.
A lot of people said on Sports News, and I think that's right. I think he's been a bit slow with it from Sunday till now, so I wish some of these commentators would just shut up. Jeff Wilson's the best of a bad bunch. I'll give you another report at full time. Okay, cheers, goodbye, love you.
That was Gaz's halftime message. I didn't notice it until just now. Who was that pass? Was that Paisami? And Mo'unga just, man, he's got wheels. Look at Banks is slightly closing on him, but I don't even know that Moonga's going absolutely full tilt towards the end. Whoa. That's a brutal one. Basically, if you heard my dad there, he was just saying the commentators suck. They need to shut up. And that the All Blacks are rusty. It's 23 points to 8. You love Gaza. I'll have to send that message back to Gaza shortly. 23 points to 8. Luke says, go Gaza. Tell Gaza we love him. I will. I'll send him a message. No, the Wallabies can't go for threes anymore, man. Big VHO says, here comes the pain. What was the bookies' prediction? 22, 23 points? Well, the All Blacks have got 23 on the board already, so they need about another 8 to meet the margin. Bauer's going off. Tupou's come on for the Aussies. That touch finder was a bit of a better one. Not over till it's over, says Stephen. You're absolutely right. They need to score next, though, you would imagine. Maybe they can do it here. Line out, about 7 meters out. Use it once, and they're going backwards. McDermott. Paisami, even though he's smaller than Havili, put Havili on the deck, but he lost the ball. Grant gave the Aussies 20 points. Could be tight. Marius has got Australian permanent residence. When should you start supporting the Aussies? Now, absolutely. I only say that because there's a lot of guys who move up to Auckland from other parts of the country and they still hate the Blues and hate Auckland. It grinds my gears. If you're going to live up here, we need to be at least your second team, man. Come on. Come on. If I moved to Canterbury, the Crusaders would be my second team, absolutely. Am I wearing the Fiji shirt for the Lions in South Africa? I'm not actually sure, I'm still debating what to wear. I could wear a Lions jersey with my Springboks jacket. That would be like a Christmas tree, red and green. Theft, man, you have to. If you go and live there, you need to get behind the team. I'd wear a ref shirt if I had one. Super proud of the Wallabies, even though it's losing to a good AB's team. Absolutely. Not many teams have gone to Eden Park and gotten a good result, man. So, yeah. Originally from Wellington, Canes are your first team. Take the Blues as your second. We'll take that. I live in Wellington and still hate the Canes. Theft, man. Come on. What's up with that? Can you have a second team who competes in the same domestic league? I think so. Like, if I see the Chiefs playing the Crusaders, I will generally support the Chiefs, even though that's not my team. But that's just because the Crusaders always win. And Ben knows I'm bitter. A bitter Blues fan. If I moved to New South Wales, I would hate the Tars even more furiously. Some people, I guess, go that way. Scott living in Devon, I support Exeter, but still wear Edinburgh away jersey. There you go. You and me, Craig, we're on the same page. I'm a Tars fan and I hate the Tars. I have a friend like you, mate. I went to, before they knocked down Allianz, I went over to Sydney and went to see the Blues play the Tars over there. And he's a diehard Tars fan, but he would have yelled more abuse at the Tars than anybody. Craig says to watch out. The All Blacks are down the Wallabies end, so this... Unless the Wallabies are going to get an intercept and go a length of the field, this could make the scoreboard look a wee bit on the lopsided scale. Smith just ripped a huge pass to Havili and he's just got it down. What a reach that was. Just got it. Yeah, good try. Ripper of a pass from Aaron Smith, man. I live in Liverpool, so luckily there's no premiership team near me, so I can still support Ulster. It gets a bit funny when you've got those inner city rivalries, though, like Liverpool, Everton and whatnot. Oh, Lolosio was kind of all at sea as to what to do there, eh? Yeah, it's looking pretty comfortable. The Wallabies are in danger of getting a bit of a hiding if they keep conceding points, but we'll see. Shifty feet from Dave Havili. Yeah, man, he bamboozled Lolosio all day long there. I don't know, if I moved to Toulouse, I would still support Leinster, then Connacht. Now, they might be based on my hatred of the French. I guess everyone's got their own reasons, eh? Oh, he's missed that conversion, so that keeps it below 30 points. It's a 20-point lead. 28 points to 8. Marius reckons the floodgates might be opening. You might be right. The Wallabies certainly need to score next. They probably needed to score just then, but anyway. Tell the kids they're picking on the Tars. To be honest, Alan, mate, we don't get many Tars fans in the streams. I don't know what that is. Lots of Reds fans, but not many Tars fans. McCrate's on. I missed who went off. Was it Valtini? Oh, McDermott's gone quickly. Paisami. Oh, he's flipping dropped it again. He's knocked on too many balls today. Somebody said it. Payout for the Wallabies now at $101. Interestingly, the bookies said that in the pre-game show that all the money's been on the Wallabies with the points margin, so Tars don't have fans that aren't 68 North Shore retirees. Tars fans only come out when they are winning. Fair weather fans, you reckon? Oh, there we go. Met as a proud. Oh no, I was going to say New South Welshman, but no, just South Wales. Okay, actual Wales, not New South Wales. I don't know how to pronounce that place name. Cora hates the crowd. What's the crowd done, Cora? No good vibes. Was Fiji tougher? Fiji certainly brought the physicality in that first game. What was the scoreline? Oh, I think it's the Mexican waves that Cora's probably getting mad at. Tokiaho's on. Jordy Barrett's on. Who's coming off? Neil likes the new Wallaby jersey colour. I think it's a bit of a throwback to one from the 90s. Back when it was more of a winning era. I might have to get one at some point. Wallabies must not drop their heads now. They must fight. Yeah, if they keep conceding, it'll get messy. Remember, they've got a game in a week's time, so they need to keep fighting. Quinton, we're at 62-40, so there's still a fair bit of time to go. Watch up, says Jules and Randy, and it's the All Blacks on the 5 metre line, so this could be bad. D-Mac to ALB. Smith again. 6 phases, Popoli. Advantage to the ABs. They can do something crazy, or they can just truck it up through the forwards. The forwards aren't giving the backs this one, surely. Oh, no. Smith just ripped one to D-Mac, but he's over in the corner. All good, Quinton, man. PUS says this is supposed to be more than the Lions series. I think people have been taking too much as to what Ian Foster said about the Lions series. If the Aussies win from here, you'll drop $200 dues. It would be the comeback of all time. What a pass, man. No chance. I thought the forwards were not going to give that one up, to be honest, but Smith got his way. Ian Smith says that's probably done it in terms of the game. Yeah, Smithy, I think it's probably it. D-Mac's been good today, deserved that try. D-Mac has had a pretty good one, mate. You are correct. It's 33 points to 8. They missed the conversion from the sideline. Morgan's missed a couple. Or did he get it? No, what am I doing? 35. I'm sure he missed it. I haven't had that much to drink. He missed it by a mile. The wind is hectic. Yeah, it is very gusty. Oh, John. John says, bloody hell, fell asleep, was meant to do that the next game. Cheers, John. You've missed a few All Blacks tries in recent minutes. 52, 58, 64. Those are the ones they've popped on screen. So, yeah. The All Blacks are going to win this one. I think we can probably safely say that. Their Eden Park record is pretty safe. I need to run to bed after this game to get up at 3:45 for the Lions. So I'll be interested if you're still here, John. You've already got the power nap in. Anyway, we'll see. Cheers, man. Can they make it 40? I kind of hope not. But I don't know. Oh, man. Lolosio just tried a little dinky pass, but Pitaya knocked it on. Has Pitaya had much at the moment? I don't know. Where's Argentina at the moment? I'm not actually sure. They're in South Africa first, so I would imagine South Africa somewhere. But I don't know. South Africa probably doesn't do the 2 weeks quarantine. How many runs has Pitaya had? 1. There you go. New Zealand have a habit of giving teams a bit of breathing room in the first half and then completely suffocating them in the second. That's true. It'd be an interesting one to run stats on, actually, to see All Blacks first half score, full-time score, to see if they generally run away with games in the second half. Bo says the Wallabies are panicking. Yeah, composure's probably not quite been there for this one. Oh, Paisami's gone close. If D-Mac doesn't get the starting off for fullback, and we still got Will Jordan to come back, although they seem to prefer him as a winger. And they may play Geordie against the South Africans. I wouldn't be surprised. Jules says to watch out. And it's the Wallabies down the right end of the field. So maybe they can work some magic here, getting double figures. Come on, Wallabies. Get another one. Wait, Valtini's still on. Did anyone see who McCrate came on for? Oh, there we go. Banks, best fullback in Australia. What to try. John is going to go to bed after this one and up for 2 a.m. Right, you and me are on the same page. Definitely need a nap before more rugby. And Paul Williams has given the All Blacks a warning. McDermott gave it to Lolosio, who just got D-Mac to slightly bite. And then Tamua. Yeah, that's a good try. You can always bank on Banks. Gone are the days when nobody knew. Oh, what was that? Who would win the Bledisloe? I watched an old Bledisloe from the 90s. Cregan was seriously good. Lyle. I hated watching the Bledisloe at a certain period when the Gregan and whatnot were part of it, because I was like, man, there's no way we can beat them. Like, because the Bledisloe, you've got to win the majority of the games. Like, there's no way we can beat them enough to get it back. It's not fair. And then it's role reversed. Rennie might take your cockroach in place of Korobedi. Oh, he has missed that one. God, I must be so far behind you guys on the stream, eh? You guys mentioned the misconversion ages ago. Yeah, the misconversions are a problem. So it's 33-13. $33.13. I'm spreadsheeting the AB's last 10 for you. In terms of like the halftime score, full-time score? So Hooper's still on. Valtini's still on. So it must have been Wilson. So Valtini must have moved to 8. Oh, charge down. Halftime versus full-time. Man, you legend. Craig says to watch out. There's just under 10 minutes to go. Cockroach is still trying to get out the box. Yeah, McCrate's been on for a while. I just wasn't sure he came on for. I thought he might have come on for Valtini, but no, he's come on for, must be Wilson. Hooper, oh, he's been solid, man. Normal. Bunch of tackles. Got a really athletic turnover earlier. Come on, Wallabies. Get another one. Hodges a bit isolated. Can't believe Smith already got 100. He looks so young, still playing great. Interestingly, if you saw the All Access episode where they did Aaron Smith, he's really committed, Simon, man. Like, he goes to training before he needs to do like practice passing, because he says his passing still needs work. He's got like massage belts to like keep him limber, and yeah, he's doing as best he can to make sure he's like treating his body properly and whatnot. So yeah. Aaron Smith is worth watch up, absolutely. Loving the videos and streams, mate. Cheers, appreciate that, bro. Yeah, nah, it's a bit of fun. And Randy's getting excited for the 4 a.m. wake up. I'm going to do 3:45. 3:45 gives me enough time to put some toast in the toaster, make a coffee, turn the computer on, get the game up, get the stream going. Should be fine. Odds of Quade Cooper playing in the next test. They've got to do Quade, man. Quade's got to be back. I'd love to see Quade back. Aaron is a committed man. That's the thing, like, I've talked about this before, but honestly, the top, really top players, like Richie McCaw, if you've seen his movie, he just used to go for runs like mad because he knew, like, I need to train harder than everybody else. Otherwise, I won't be the biggest or the strongest. Dan Carter used to practice kicking at home because he would just wanted to get his goal kicking better. Practice. Johnny Wilkinson used to stay after training and just do hours of kicking practice. Aaron Smith does passing practice. Like, the top guys just practice a ton, and not many people have that determination. Most people are just like, all right, I've gone to rugby training. I will, go play video games for an hour, or I'll go to the pub or whatever. But those guys are just like, I want to practice. That's how they get. I guess not the only reason. Obviously, you need to have natural skill, but it's part of the reason guys get exceptional. Did Banks get that down? Come on. Come on, Wallabies. Now the scoreline's looking a bit better. Little dinky kick through. No All Blacks there. Yeah, that looks like a good grounding. Bit of momentum shift. Somebody mentioned it earlier. Bit of a momentum shift for the Wallabies, and that's a good try. Look at that. Bit of a confidence boost to end the game on a high, eh? Great hands for him to dot it down as well. Exactly. My cousin had this example with athletes. I told him exactly the words you just said. Hours of practice. It doesn't come overnight. Yeah. Tiger Woods, I think, used to just practice a million times. John Tavares, who's a ice hockey player, he just used to practice. Like, literally, man, if you practice anything enough, you're going to get better at it. If you've got a sprinkling of talent there as well, yeah. But anyway, it is 33-18. The missed kicks are brutal. The missed kicks are absolutely brutal. Steve, man. Another $50 reduce. Goodness gracious, man. You get a bonus at work or something. Thank you, brother. I know your team's going to lose, but you'll take a little bit of confidence, I think, going into next week after this recent kind of showing, eh? They had a bit of a lull in the mid-patch of the game and started off a bit rusty with the lineouts and whatnot, but I still think there's enough to work on. But anyway, cheers, man. Appreciate that very much. Margin definitely looks a lot better, for sure. I mean, there's no guarantees, obviously, but yeah, it's looked promising in the last wee bit. Not a bad result, says Michael. If it finishes at this scoreline, if you add, I mean, I know both sides missed a few conversions, but imagine if Bledisloe kicks 3 conversions. That's looking like a much healthier scoreline, eh? Said the obvious, but they would still be in the game if it wasn't for the missed kicks. Yeah, exactly, Rudy, mate. Like, it'd look a lot healthier. Jack, the game is at like 78 minutes, although my stream is probably like a minute or two behind, so it may have finished. I mean, Moonga missed a couple as well, so the All Blacks could likewise be a wee bit ahead, but yeah, it's just one of those ones, eh? Like, if the momentum had stayed with the All Blacks and the game blows out to like, 40, 45 points to 8, then yeah, the Wallabies guys, you go into the sheds absolutely distraught. But if you finish having scored the final 2 tries, at least you got something to kind of, hang your head up a bit. Not hang your head, like lift your head going into the kind of post-match review and stuff. No, the All Blacks just won a penalty. The Wallabies were like a metre out. That should be pretty much game. Aussie kickers need to work on their kicking practice. Yeah, that could be true as well. They've left a few. Hodges' boot would have been a godsend. Hodges not exactly radar accurate as well, but yeah, a lot of CO's been well off, hasn't he? Let's give props to Aussie for not giving up. Someone earlier, was it Pat, said the Wallabies need to keep fighting? Well, at least they have, eh? They haven't just kind of rolled over. Another penalty to the Aussies. The penalty count is looking pretty brutal for the All Blacks at the moment, to be fair. Craig says, see you all for the Drudge Fest later on. yawning in anticipation. All right, man. I'll be bleary-eyed at 4 a.m., but I hope to see you there, mate. Off to bed, says Johnny. Need some sleep later for the Lions and Box. Yes, me too, mate. After this game, I will be not too far from bed. Can't wait for the Rugby Championship. Absolutely. I don't think the Springboks will be exactly shaking in their boots at this performance either, but Ian Foster's apparently yawning through the Lions series, so it's going to be fascinating. Predictions for tonight, man. I had the Springboks by like 6, I think, in Super Brew, so there you go. We will see. Mornay to get it, deja vu. Fern Russell, maybe. Who knows? Hodge should be our fullback, and Banks should be back 3 covers, says Mark. It would be nice to get Hodgie in the squad, take a bit of the pressure off Lotaceo, but obviously O'Connor, I think, would be playing if he was fit. Is the game nearly over, mate? Yeah, there's the clock is already in the red. So it's at 81 minutes and 25 seconds on my one. Jules says to watch up. Come on, Wallabies, get one last score. Then it'll be proper, like, tight on the scoreboard. How about Tamua doing the kicking? Interestingly, in Super Rugby, his Rebels team had him kicking quite a lot, so that's also maybe a fair call. Wallabies, maul time. Oh, it's a good try, man. That's a hell of a final. A hell of a final 10 minutes for the Wallabies. Absolutely. He just peels off, eh? He just sees it, lines up Havili and Bulfa. Not going to be stopped from there. Consolation try, but yeah, for sure. If only they had the goal kicking, eh? Yeah, it could be a different story. How many points did the All Blacks leave out there? 6? Or was it 4? Come on, get the last kick. Is it going to be 33-25 or 33-23? Dominic is overall happy with the result for the Wallabies. Work on especially goal kicking. Yeah. The fact that they scored the final 3 tries, I definitely think is a bit of bright news. It's either going to be a 10-pointer or an 8-pointer. And there you go. He nailed it. 33-25, man. Hell yeah, at Eden Park, that's a solid result. I know it's a loss. I know the last try was a consolation, but still, take that all day long, man. Absolutely. Hell of a fight for consolation. Yeah. Minus the terrible goal kicking. Oh, JP, you've changed your picture. Good one for the boys. Yeah. Gutsy from the Aussies the last 10 minutes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Better team won for sure. I think so too, Pat. But still some positives for the Wallabies to take at the end. Absolutely. Cypriot boys as ABs look beatable. They're not looking invincible, are they? But they are also missing a few guys. Likewise, the Wallabies. So we'll see. No Sam Kane for that one. No Moody, no Tuonga Fasi, so there's certainly a few of the big guns there missing. But yeah. Anyway, cheers everybody for the stream. Alan, mate, Steve, our man Mr. Drunk. He he left the scene a wee while ago to get up. So remember, the Lions and the Springboks are playing in like what? How many hours is that? 7? Not that long. Not that long. So yeah, good win to the All Blacks. Good comeback from the Wallabies as much as they could. I'm gonna go quickly do a video about this game. Head to bed. Probably kill that cockroach. Cockroach is still kind of chilling in the box. So yeah, I'll do that, and I might see some of you in like, I don't know, a few hours. Oh, and cheers, Grant, for the 30 Taiwan dollars. Appreciate that. New Taiwan dollars. Thank you, mate. Yeah. I will see you guys in a few hours. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for the stream, everybody. And yes, take care. See you later. Bye-bye.